And I'm live. Hello, community. Heal with Gold, my page, YouTube channel. If you guys join us, let me know that you're here because if you didn't approve StreamYard, I'm not gonna see your name. This was a last minute impromptu live, but Matana and I are just so excited, so psyched about this retreat, and we want to share it with you. We want to tell you about it. We want to explain to you what we're doing, why we're doing, who is it for, and I see people join us. So thank you for coming. Say who you are so we can see your name and interact with you. Okay, this is an interactive opportunity. But I want to bring Matana here, my sister, my partner in crime. I want to bring her here so she can, and both of us can share with you what we are up to. So welcome, welcome.
Hello, hello, hello. I want to start
Matana,
with, one second, Mary, I want to start with gratitude because we would not be here if not for Mary. Seriously, I would not be here. The only thing I know how to do is go live on Facebook and probably don't even know how to set when. So I was just telling her right before we went live that I'm so grateful to know her because she's like this. She's like a magician, a magician. Her brain and her activity work just as fast. Usually our brain works faster than an action, but no, Miri works, her brain and her actions work just as fast, laser. So I'm so grateful to you, Miri, that I have you in my life. And you inspire me as I go along. I'm going to learn a lot through this process, just watching you in action. So I'm grateful that I have you.
and listen, I want to be grateful because this whole community that I started, all these shows, these interviews, that's what brought me to you. We met, what, less than 2 years ago?
Maybe
Because
a year. Maybe
a year, because of an interview that I did with Elisheva Liz, who was
right,
also a speaker at the Heal with Gold group. And
right.
you saw that interview. So you said, well, a friend of Elisheva has to be a friend of mine. Let's connect. And that's how we connected. And so I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful for this whole opportunity. But I want you to know something. I'm learning from you how you connect with the most amazing people, because when you see that somebody can add value, and you add value to them, have that symbiosis, you immediately reach out to the person and you create a connection, and you are the most amazing connector that I know. I am serious. Getting to know the right people and then connecting the friends. Guys, Matana is that kind of a person, that the epitome of a rising tide rises all boats. And I could not be happier to partner with somebody like you, because our values are in sync and our goals, what we want to accomplish, is in sync. And let's start talking about the retreat, because people want to know and we want to share, right? Go ahead, take the lead.
So Miri is one of those people that I get on the phone and we know that we need like 2 hours and it's never going to be enough. So one of my visits to Boca, we dream together. One of our shared thing is our vision, our dreams, and no dream is too big for us. And I'm like, Miri, I'm making a retreat. She's like, okay, let's do it. I'm like, really? You're gonna help me? And when she says let's do it, it doesn't mean in a year like I'm saying in a year. It means this afternoon, let's make a list. And she literally started making a list. I'm like, oh my god, she's serious. And then we just started talking about it. And I said, I want to start. I said, we share our vision. We share it with our community. We talk about it. We have our clients. But it's different when we get a group of people together to do the work that we do on one-on-one with our clients, and that we talk with our communities, Mary on her show, me on a podcast. And I decided that I want to empower more women to live the life with the tools that I acquired. And Mary said, I'm in. And then I'm like, okay, take the lead. And then I got a little bit scared. And then Mary's like, get back on track. You're not leaving. And that's what a good partner is. They hold you in your fear. And I was in fear. I was really in fear. What if I let people down? Whatever. But Mary's like, no, we're gonna do this because we're gifting something to the world. If we don't show up, we're not gifting the world what God gifted us.
Yeah. Yeah, through our experiences. And that's so important because we went through so much crap and we learned how to rise above it with specific tools, and we had to look for them and find them and trial and error. And I always say, when I wrote my book, I said I wish somebody handed that to me before I had gone through my journey, because it would have saved me so much time. And that's what we're trying to do. Nobody can build resilience for you. Nobody can bring joy for you. Nobody can take you out and save you from life's adversities. But there are tools and techniques that people can learn to do it faster, better, more efficiently, and suffer less. And isn't that what we all want? I always think about, what do we all have in common? We all want to be happy. We want to be joyful. We want to have a life of calm and peace and inner peace, and be able to do the things that we want to do. And whichever goals each person has, we just want to have the spirit, the calmness and of mind to be able to accomplish those goals. And then life punches us in the face and punches us and breaks us again and again. And those are opportunities of growth. Those are opportunities to learn, but it's really hard if you don't have the tools to mend and put the pieces back together. And that's why I liked the whole visual of Kintsugi so much, is because when I started my journey, and I learned about Kintsugi, that's how I started this whole journey, was when I saw the vase breaking and being put together and how the gold was highlighting the breaks. I said, I want to be Kintsugi. What do I need to do? Where do I sign up so I can become Kintsugi? And I had to do the research myself. And it's 3 years of researching women and writing a book and blah, blah, blah. All of that to then do it in my life, create this program, which now this is one of the workshops that we're going to have. It's going to be a hands-on workshop. We're going to create a Kintsugi piece, but we're going to go through each part, each section of doing it and how it translates in our real lives. And the reason why this is such a great experience is because most people are visual learners. We learn through doing, and we can't experience all the phases of life in a short period of time, but you can start understanding the process and be able to see, oh, when I get to this stage, now I know what that's going to feel like and what that's going to mean. So we're going to go through this journey from breaking to fixing, and then admiring and appreciating who we are with our breaks. And your workshop, I can't wait to attend, because I don't know anybody else that lives in gratitude for real as you do. And I've read tons of books and I've heard lots of speakers. But the thing is to find that person that's really authentic. You live it. There's no compromising. You live in gratitude. I know that. So I want to immerse myself in the workshop that you're going to give. I already practice gratitude, but not to the level that you do. And I think it's going to be an amazing experience. I want you to speak a little bit about what are people should expect from the workshop that you're doing.
Thank you, Mary. And I think that just to say about your workshop, that just to take that physical vessel, and go through that breaking and then feeling, I'm literally having chills as I'm talking about it, because you feel the breakingness and then putting it together. That experience is something. And when you do it in a group and you see all the ladies relate to the brokenness in a different way. So every lady's coming with her story, where she broke and where she cracked and where she wants to heal. And I literally have chills just visualize. And then they go home with this vessel with gold, and they can look at it, and and life is full of adversity. It's not like we put it together and then it doesn't break. We break in a different place. So, and it's just going to be a reminder, hey, you broke, you put it together, we could do it again. And and as we were discussing this, not online, but you were saying there's so many mindfulness workshops and retreats and yoga and mindset. They're all important, but not many focus on, I don't think any focus on kintsugi unless they're in Japan, right? Maybe in Japan you'll find one. But the art of kintsugi, and to take that tool home and to say, I have this tool and I understand it for life. Wow.
Yes.
This is what's unique about our retreat, that we didn't just make it a spiritual, relaxing, awareness, mindset yoga that you can find so many places. We said we're going to do it specific with the tools that we acquired. So Miri is kintsugi and her whole line is kintsugi. And for me, my biggest tool was gratitude, with all the million other things that I speak about, the mindset and cultivating boundaries and forgiveness. But I say without gratitude, nothing sticks. Nothing sticks. And gratitude is my oxygen, literally my oxygen. And during Corona, when Corona first started, my kids knew that I went into gratitude mode many times during the day in order to survive what was going on. Yes, we were very lucky that we were able to disconnect, but I went into gratitude. I'm like, guys, I need 5 minutes. I'm going to gratitude. I need 5 minutes and 3 minutes for gratefulness. Let's do it at dinner. We live it. And it's not because I'm spiritual. I don't want anybody to mistake that it's because I'm spiritual. It's because it's my oxygen. And I know that without gratitude, my life will just not be the same. And I don't want to disconnect my oxygen. So I'm connected to my oxygen. So part of what we're going to learn is what's the difference between gratitude and gratefulness. People don't know the difference, and there is a difference. Gratitude is the action. Gratefulness is the way we live. The great fullness of life, the fullness, the sadness, the loss, the regrets, the anger, the resentment, the forgiveness, the joys, the happiness, all of them, all the levels, the great fullness of life. How can we live alive with gratitude, with the great fullness of life? Now, that's something that without practicing, it's almost impossible to get to when adversity hits you. When adversity hits you and you feel like, okay, I this one is a tough one. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't get into, oh, trust me, ask my kids. I scream, I yell, I get angry, I get sad, I get resentful. I always say it's three things: duration, frequency, and intensity. How frequent does it happen? How long does it stay? And how intense does it feel? I must say that ever since the 11 years that I'm practicing gratitude, all three of them become less. And I could be angry and then snap into it because of gratitude.
I have no doubt. The time that I practice the most gratitude is when I go to sleep and I start getting a little bit anxious and my heart starts beating fast and my hand wants to go to the phone so I can get distracted. I say, before I touch the phone, I have to say a list of what I'm grateful for, and then I go into gratitude and my heart starts racing and I am filled with so much gratitude. I'm like, oh my God, this was great and that was great and that was great. How lucky am I? And then I start getting less and less anxious and I have an easier time falling asleep. Because for those who know, and now Matana knows, my brain is on fire. So when I go to bed, to me, it's very hard to disconnect because I do a lot and I do a lot very fast. So my brain is like on that speed.
Treadmill 200.
Yeah, and then suddenly I have to go into quiet, and then everything stops, and then the brain keeps going, and I'm like, how am I going to quiet this down? And I'm not the meditation type. Oh, I'm going to think about my breath. This is just not my thing. Actually, last interview we did with Kaylee, for those who didn't watch, please go watch. She talked about that meditating could be going for a walk. Not everybody meditates the same way. So each one finds a way to calm their minds. For me, definitely is something that I have to draw, or I have to walk, or I have to be in nature. And that's the moments that I find of tranquility. But when I go to sleep, I needed a tool, and my tool was gratitude. But I cannot wait to experience what you're going to lead this group into. And the whole retreat is going to be all combined. Everything that we're going to be doing, we're going to connect to mending and healing and rebuilding and gratitude. So every experience that you'll have is going to go back to those lessons and those tools that we're going to give you at the retreat. But it's not going to be just about the hard work. The hard work is important, but the bonds that we're going to be creating with like-minded people, being vulnerable at the same time, together, going through the same experience. When people go through the same experience, whatever it is, there is an immediate bond between these people. They can be from completely different backgrounds and age groups. It doesn't matter, because everybody experienced the same thing. So we have something in common that's very, very strong. And this retreat is going to create a group. Trust me, I have no doubt that the people who are going to come and experience this is going to create a bond, that you're going to continue these connections. We're going to create a WhatsApp group. You'll be able to continue conversing with each other. You're going to create friendships. I know that I did a speech in New York, and I wanted small. We were about 27 women there, and the speech finished and nobody wanted to leave, and they were all communicating and becoming friends and taking each other's numbers. And this one woman comes to me and she says, I'm from England. I just moved. I couldn't find my people. I couldn't find the people to create a connection. And here I come to a place where there were women from all backgrounds, all religions, all ethnicities, all ages, and I found my people. And she's looking at me and she goes, how can that be? And I said to her, because those things are not the only things that defines a human being. It's the experiences of how do you heal post adversity, and it's the feelings and the emotions. And when we are vulnerable and we share some things with somebody else, and that person is holding space for us, there is an immediate bond and connection with that person. So, I mean, I think that people shouldn't discount the value of these relationships and connections that are going to be built. We're going to have fire pit conversations and music and meditation for all levels and yoga for all levels. We're going to spoil you rotten because you're our first.
And because they're first, they're getting a sweetheart deal that will never be.
Never.
We got to tell them that we're going to do this a few times a year.
Yes.
It's going to be, we're starting a tribe. This is going to be a tribe, and you're going to be the first founders of the tribe. And founders of a tribe have VIP access to so much of us, of our journey, and then in further retreats, like you'll be able to, we're always going to give you early access with lots of perks. But we decided to prove to the world how awesome these tools are. And we said, we're going to do it really rock bottom prices only this time.
Right.
Only this time.
And then till November 27th, we are having the discounts. We're having an early bird discount. We have single and double occupancy. All the information is on the flyer. Now, I'm having a little bit of a problem here because there's people here. We're not talking to ourselves. We're talking to you. But I'm not being able to see, I'm not seeing the questions. So if anybody is writing questions, I am not calling on you because for some reason they're not showing up. Let me click this button. Nope. I am in comments and the questions are not showing up. So what we're gonna do is after the event, I'm gonna go into the page where I'm gonna read your comments. And if you have asked any questions, I'm gonna have to answer there. I apologize, I'm not so sure why I'm having this technical difficulty, but we will answer. Feel free to ask us questions in the chat, which will be answered, but you can also reach out to us via private message. If you have my cell phone, feel free to text me. We will answer every question. We want you to be comfortable. We want to make sure that you are a good fit. We are not taking just anybody. It needs to be a good fit. We don't want your money. We don't want you to waste your money. We want to help. We are very focused with the mission of this event. So we want to make sure that you are going to get what you need out of the event. We don't want you to come if you're not a good fit. We only want you to come if we know that you will be able to then take these tools and use to make your life a better life. January is coming. It's a new year, 2022. These past 2 years, I don't think that as a community, we haven't experienced a tougher 2 years in our history, right? I'm not talking about I'm not about, but in our lifetime, I don't think that there was documented back to back 2 years of so much adversity. If it was financial loss, can't even imagine the amount of family loss and people that we know that we lost, businesses that got lost, the time that we were apart from each other. Matana, I went to Portugal for work, and I had the best time of my life just to be together with the workers, just to see the togetherness. This is so important. So we were divided, we were separated, we were dealing with things alone and just seeing people on screens. It's time for us to gather around the fire pit, hold each other's hands, and share something so meaningful. And in preparation for 2022, I'm telling you, 2022 is going to be an amazing year. For me, it is. I have no doubt. I can see it. I really can feel it. I can feel it, and I hope that it's going to be for everyone that's coming and beyond, obviously.
Yeah. And I just want to make sure that everybody understood. If you're not sure, listen, it's a commitment to leave whatever, if it's your job, your family, travel, and it's a short notice, right? So if you have any doubt, you want to jump on a phone call with Miri or myself, we'll set a time. And as Miri says, we want it to be right for you, because for us to have the wrong people there is not what we're looking for. We're looking for the right-minded people to come together to with the same goal as not only that we should inspire you, we want you to inspire us and everybody around. This is a group effort. We need you, and we need you to be part of the givers and say, okay, how can I give to this community? So we're there to answer. Reach out to us. We're all the emails and everything, all the addresses you'll find in the link. Do we have a link below?
Yes, I'm going to put a link below.
Okay. We're just keep on following us, because we're going to just keep on reminding, and don't hesitate to ask.
Yes, and if you feel that this is for you, grab now the early bird. No reason for you to spend more money than you have to, and also take action. Taking action is so important. I've spoken to people. I've been in business for such a long time. The difference between the people who succeed and those who don't is the one that succeeded, they took action. They failed 100 times. They got up, but they always took action. You see them and you notice them because they're taking action. There is no other difference. It is, and trust me, they're both afraid. Everybody's afraid. The ones that don't take action and the ones that take action, they're all afraid. But the difference was the ones that believed that they deserved to try, and they took action. So take action, invest in yourself, come to the retreat. I can't wait to meet you. I'm so excited. I'm already excited to meet the people who signed up. Yes, we already have signees, and we're just so excited to share all this love. This is going to be incredible. Matana, thank you so much for joining me really quickly tonight. We will come back. We'll do more lives. We'll come on Instagram. Hopefully the technical difficulties are going to be resolved and we'll be able to interact with you. So my apologies. And I wish you an amazing day, an amazing week of Thanksgiving. Yes. We're going to be doing on Thanksgiving, probably Thursday morning. We're going to be doing a pre-gratitude session. You're all welcome to start experiencing what it is and how to be grateful. Matana, any parting words?
I can't wait to meet those that decide to join us, really, because these are our founding fathers, right? Founding mothers of our community. And just for you showing up and listening here, I'm so grateful to you, because you're gifting us your time to gift that we can gift you. It's like a give and take. 100%. So I'm grateful.
100%. Me too. Matana, I love you. Thank you for being my sister.
Have a great night, everyone.
Everybody have a good night. Bye-bye.